Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and talk about the eclipse.
The eclipse.
How's everybody doing? Total eclipse of the heart.
Doing pretty good.
Hi.
Fatality, baby. Let's go. You know, it's weird. 2017, I saw it. And I moved to another part of the country since then, and now I'm also in totality, so like weird. Maybe I'll get another job in 5 years that takes me to like middle of Montana or whatever it is. When is it? 2044?
Yeah, I think it's 2044 is what we were saying.
Yeah, you got 20 years.
20 years, you can do that, right? No biggie.
Yeah, so we just gotta live that long. Somebody was saying that to me today. I was like, I'm 34. Like, odds are pretty
all you
good.
It's all over.
Kind of word for Dad. I don't think he's gonna make it that long.
Dang.
Dave will be my age. So I can send all the same insults to him.
Wonder if
He'll,
Joe
be,
even...
he'll be balding,
Hmm.
and I can
What-
tell him all about it. Laugh.
I make my hair long and back so that way I can hide the bald spot.
Joe's
Doesn't
back.
work that way.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Back in the New York groove. All right, now that we're all here. How's everybody doing? Real good?
Pretty good.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. The next ones are 2044 and 2045.
2 in a row.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll be. What?
I'll be-
61 and 62. Jesus.
Oh.
I'll be over 60 years old.
I remember back in my day, and I saw an eclipse before.
Back in my day, it took longer than 1 year in between totalitarian eclipses. Okay. So, last time you guys continued to go through the forest into the swamp towards the portal. You did eventually come upon the ruins. And in the middle of it, you saw there was a big portal. It was flickering light. You guys decided to bombard it from orbit, and
Well, to be
commenced
fair,
doing
only one person bombarded from orbit.
you then continued to disintegrate the fellow, and pretty much beat him down within like a round. So that was nice.
That was nice.
And that's kind of where we left off. You guys are still in the middle of a fight. So let me pull up the... I wrote down the initiative.
He summoned me to the board. I'm not on it.
Oh, I suppose.
You'll have to do me next, too.
Nice.
Maybe just this all at one time.
Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds. Okay. I don't remember exactly where we left off. Did we leave off after killing the guy or at the top of the round?
I assume top round is for usually.
Usually it is, but for some reason it seemed... Did we end... Because Jace would have had last turn. I don't remember if that's what happened.
Isn't he who killed him? No, David
Yeah.
killed him. And David. Because
I thought we got to
remember
the top of the ramp.
Okay,
remember
I think
David's-
it's top of the round.
epic description of how he killed the guy.
That was the zombie, the
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
the piles of goo thing.
I'm still there. I'm still remembering it.
How do you want to do it? I go like this.
All right, so we'll go back to the top of the round then, which is bad guys' turn. Let's see. Switch this back over. This is fine. Okay. Combat. So, at the top of the round, oops. Yes. 2 more Skelly Bros come out of the portal. And the ones that are already out are going to start hitting guys. So let's see who's close.
This is a shame.
What?
It's a shame. Jace is still upset that he lost concentration on a level 1 spell. A really good one, mind you, but...
Yeah, these guys are going to move in on Merton.
Remember if I raged?
I think you did.
I think he did too, because it was like, this is my last one, or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was my last one. Okay. I'm assuming I picked cold. So you see frosty stuff before.
I don't
Wasn't he
know.
doing something? Wasn't his sword doing something?
Oh, it was you picked fire because he fire blasted you guys.
Okay.
Okay. So he's gonna step here. They're gonna attack. One with advantage, one without. Does a natural 20 hit you?
I suppose.
Oh man, you're gonna take 9 points of piercing damage, reduced to 4. And second hit is a 9.
Miss.
These guys are gonna move up. And fire off their little short bows at, I guess, you, because you're really the only person they can see. Yep. Okay. Attack number 1, 17.
17 to miss.
And a 16 is as well. So they both fire. That is their turn. We are on Mouse with Tez on deck.
Oh, I'm going to fly up here. I don't. Nah, I think that rock would be in my way. I don't think I can see the inside that yet. It's from where I'm at. So
The portal's pretty tall.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm like 60 feet up or something.
Yeah, the portal's
What?
the portal goes to like.
So do you think I would be able to see it from where I'm at?
About 20 feet up. Oh yeah, you'd be able to see at least part of it from where you are.
I'm going to point my ring at that, and I'm gonna fire off some magic missiles at the portal to see if it does anything to it.
Okay. It's at the portal.
Yeah. Does it look like there's anything around the portal? Like, does it seem like it's attached to something?
Make me an Arcana check.
This would help if I pull up my character sheet. 1 second.
Fire magic missiles. At what? At the darkness. 27. You would know that, you would have a pretty good idea that a portal needs to be dispelled.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna try to get rid of for this round. I'm just gonna try to get rid of some help with these skeletons down here. So I'm just gonna fire the arcane missiles. Let's just do. I'm just gonna fire them at this guy right here first. This guy,
Okay.
and then fire one at a time. If it looks like they die, then I'll fire the other ones at the other guy.
Well, magic missiles, you have to declare all of them.
Okay. We'll fire 2 at this guy and 1 at the other one. How about that?
Okay.
So, let's see. What is that? Just D4s. There, 2 at this guy. So, he will take 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yep.
And
2
the-
hits is enough, so he will.
And the other guy takes 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
4s and 3s.
He's
Those are
alive,
real.
but he is hit.
Okay. And that's going to be my turn for now.
Tez Tuzmo, followed by Saturn on deck.
Is this guy dead?
What?
Is this guy dead?
Cannot hear you.
You're on. You're just real quiet.
Okay.
There.
Is this guy dead right here?
He is
There
not.
we go.
Alright, cool. I'm going to attack him then.
Okay.
$22
22 hits.
for 16 points of damage.
That is enough. So that one is now dead.
Okay. Who else is around him?
So there's these two, and then stuff has been. I mean, these two just came out of the portal. Eventually, there will be presumably more things coming out of the portal.
Okay, I will, with disadvantage, attack this guy.
Okay, go for it.
Does a 13 hit?
13 just hits.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna do 15 points of damage.
Okay, that's one
Yeah, I have
hit.
3 attacks, don't I? And then for the third attack, I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay, that hits.
14.
That will finish him.
Alright. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Saturn, you are up. Merton on deck.
Start gliding down. 60 feet. And I'm just gonna take 2 shots on the. 2 shots on this one,
Okay.
and the other one on the guy next to him.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, first one. Elder's Blast. 15?
15 hits.
Alright. That's gonna be 10 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Second one on the same guy. 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And that's gonna do 9 more points of force damage.
Okay.
And
As
guy
more
two is
orbital
right.
bombardment continues,
Yeah,
turning bones into dust.
20 to
That'll
hit.
hit.
That'll do 11.
Okay.
And I will end my turn there.
All right. Merton, Jason on deck.
That guy's dead, right? Big dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys did a number on him. He got to do
Swing at this.
one thing, and then he died.
Swing number 1 is a 15.
15 hits.
14 damage.
Okay. He is
Swing number 2. It's a 13.
13 just hits.
15 damage.
Okay. He is dead.
10.
Turned to powder again.
25, 30, 35, 40. Can I reach that guy from there?
Yeah, he's actually in this square. So, yep,
Okay,
just barely.
use my bonus. After killing that guy, use my bonus action on him.
Okay. That hits.
19 damage.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I'm done. Yeah.
Jace, you are up.
Do we see any other combatants?
Not here. As Merton, as you go up there, you can see through that portal, and anyone who comes like basically within the stones, can kind of get a good look inside the portal. It's like a gray landscape with just dozens and dozens of undead, like sort of meandering. Some of them towards the portal, some of them just walking around.
Okay. Well, I suppose I will fly up. Bonk. Like, had a hard stop at the thing. There's 60 feet. Up and over in 60 feet. Since I do, is there anything structural about this kind of like ring of stones, like that could potentially influence the portal? Like, are there any runes, or is there anything that was used to summon it, or like?
Give me
I don't have
you can
any
make
way
an
to
Arcana
dispel
check
it,
if you want.
so yeah. Okie dokie, Arcana. 9 times.
16. You don't really see any runes or anything. 16's not terrible. You figure that these were probably, like, these stones were probably put in place after the portal was discovered at some point.
Okay. I just don't know if I have any way to like. I guess I'm going to hold an action and hold Eldritch Blast for anything that might come through the door.
Okay.
And I think that'll be my turn.
All right. It's their turn. 2 more Skelly Bros do come through, so go ahead and make your attacks at them.
Okay.
That one comes through first, so
These are all plus 12. So, boing. The lowest one would be 23.
yeah, they all hit.
And then these are all, these have a plus 5 attached to it. So whatever this is, plus 5. Sorry, 15, I mean.
Okay.
So that would be 33.
So one of them steps through first, and you just vaporized. The other one steps through, looks over. Where did he go?
Uh-oh.
That is their turn. Mouse. Actually, no, he stepped through. He's gonna go ahead and... Nope, he used his movement to get there. So that's their turn. Mouse, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna come up here and I'm going to try to cast the spell magic at level 5.
Level 5, okay.
On it.
So let me double check.
Because I searched my knowledge and I realized that it needs to be dispelled somehow.
Yeah, level 5 is enough. So you cast a spell magic towards this portal, and you see like there are a couple of undead that look like bigger than just these typical skeletons that are sort of moving towards the entrance, like they were going to try to come through pretty soon. And you cast a spell magic at 5th level on it, and it starts to flicker, and it goes away, and all that's left is this one skelly out here.
Oh?
Sweet. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Tez Tuzmo.
Oh boy.
Who's gonna kill this last skeleton?
Just barely. It's alright. I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. Just don't get a natural 1 and you'll hit.
Oh boy. Gonna take 15 damage on
Okay.
the first attack. Second attack.
Yep.
16
with-
damage on the second
With
attack.
one final javelin, the final the final skelly is annihilated.
Yay.
Dominated.
So now, having closed the portal, and there's like all these like bones and stuff laying around, what would you like to do?
Do I still feel Shar?
With the closing of that portal, and like so, as you arrived here, that feeling, you could tell it was the realm beyond that portal. With the portal closed now, it's like you can feel like the after essence of it, like if you were to put out a fire, you could smell the smoke, kind of thing. But that was that was the source of the feeling.
I'm gonna take a sigh of relief and then start panning the area while I'm up here for anything.
I'm gonna search. I want to search this big guy's corpse for anything that might be valuable.
Was there any structure to this portal, or was it just like a hole sort of in the air?
It was just like a hole, basically.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my maul and just go to town on all these, these rocks or whatever it's around the circle.
Okay.
22.
Not the Stonehenge
22.
things, the piles or whatever that was.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's setting up the
Okay.
scatter of that.
22, you're looking around and you do see that there's like an old cottage. Like you can see that old cottage on the map there. That is there, but it's like heavily overgrown and destroyed. Yeah, that one over there. Otherwise, it seems pretty clear. This, you can see to your... See, back, so you guys headed west to get here, so back to your east, sort of. You guys sort of passed it, but you were kind of in the middle of stuff, so you didn't really notice it, but from up in the air, you kind of noticed that there are some, like... they're sort of like markers, like grave markers type things, but they look a little different. They look like... almost like a Day of the Dead type thing, where people have just put things of remembrance around in that area. But other than that, not a lot.
Did Mouse find anything on the body?
That's what I was looking up. I was looking up something. What was it?
I'm only looking
You
up anything that might be
find-
valuable. Nothing that's like, I don't want any rusted swords or something.
Yeah, you're not going to find anything of particular value. The armor and the blade he was using, while functional, they are heavily rusted. And you conclude that any magic that was from it was from him himself.
Alright. Well, that's a bust.
While I still have fly, I'm gonna go over to this little cabin
Okay.
and just check it out.
Okay. Yeah, looking around there, you can see, like I said, it's heavily overgrown. There appears to have been a place where someone slept here, at some point in the past. Give me an investigation check.
Natural 20. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, natural 20. Okay, so going through, you sort of push back some of the vines and stuff, get to the inside of it, and it appears that it has been looked over pretty thoroughly. But with a natural 20, you do find, like, almost tucked under a floorboard type thing, you do find one piece of paper or one journal that discusses it looks really old, like maybe somewhere between 10 and 30 years old. It discusses the plans for creating an undead army for some sort of invasion led by Shar.
Ah.
All right, I'll head back to the party with my news.
I want to cast Detect Magic while I'm like in this ring area and just kind of like fly around a little bit to see if it picks up on anything.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You fly around a little bit. There's nothing active. Like I said, because that portal was so like big, you do get a bit of an after image where it was, but nothing active.
Okay. And nothing on the body.
Nope. Okay. And like I had mentioned last time, when you guys surprised him, he turned around and you rolled a high enough perception or insight or wherever it was to notice that his body language was that of a child who's been caught by their parents doing something they're not supposed to, and then said he looked up at where the orbital bombardment was coming from and said, "You're not her," and then began to fight you guys.
You're not her. Okay, interesting.
That's a pretty cool cave on this map. I just saw
Yeah, it is.
I know. That thing is dope.
That's not
pretty
actually
cool.
there, but it was part of this map, so I just didn't delete it because
I didn't assume.
I was like, I might use that sometime.
I didn't assume it was there, but it looked cool. I was just
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
very cool
noticed it.
looking.
Okay. We're confident that this thing conjured this portal.
You're confident that that guy was at least in charge of the portal. You're not sure about how it came to be necessarily.
Okay.
Is all this like rock formation around? Is there any like writing or anything on anything?
Yeah, you can go through there, and like a lot of it's been so you can tell that some people have like tried to deface it, but there are like you do eventually find some bits that have sort of been etched, not long, like not paragraphs, but like a few words here and there of you would presume people who had died here that were potentially from Daring.
On these rocks? Like on the Stonehenge things?
Yeah, and when you find the you can see like dead flowers and stuff. Basically, you would take from this that this is what, because when you were in Daring, they had mentioned that they had a problem with stuff out here a while back, and you would take from that that some people had come here in remembrance of their lost loved ones and put their names in the rocks and that kind of thing.
How far away is like the Day of the Dead stuff?
It's not far. It's like probably I would say maybe a few 100 yards.
I think I would like to check that out after we conclude this.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily enough walk over there and look at it, and it's a lot of the same. Just You could tell people who lost people in whatever this thing was that they described to you. Just little bits of remembrance for them.
Is the skeleton the big one that said "You're not her"?
Mm-hmm.
Is his skull still intact?
Yes.
I'll
Because
walk over.
He was not
to this-
disintegrated, although he nearly was.
I'll go over to him and pick up his skull,
Okay.
and I'll look it dead in the eyes, say, "You're right. I'm not her." And then I'll Eldritch blast it out of my hand and blow it to pieces.
Okay. So you pick it up and do that, and it's just sort of, staring back at you as the skull does. And when you Eldritch blast it, the jaw comes off, and part of the skull top pops off, and it just is in multiple pieces out in the swamp.
I'll turn back to the party. Well, I think it's over now. That was it.
Should probably report back to town, let them know that they're good for now. Anyways,
Pick up any
Even-
stragglers on the way back.
even though we don't know how this portal came to be, there could be another.
I found a journal in cabin over there. Kind of listed ways to build an army from the undead.
I feel like
I'll
More
hand
good.
it over to Mouse and Jace and let them kind of scan through it.
I'll be like, I'm
I'd-
not good at reading.
Can't read words.
I'd glance through it, but I don't know that I would pick up on anything.
You get.
I would glance through it for anything that might indicate some kind of summoning of a portal, is what I would be looking for, I guess.
Yeah, with all of you looking through there, you figure this journal was here long before, at least long before this current problem was around. You do get in the front of it, you do get a name, Baldwin Blix.
Baldwin.
And you get mentions of Nelbit Gwendelhop is a name that pops up in there. And I think that's about all that you're going to get out of there. And then mentions of Shar. And how he wasn't sure about what the army was for. It was just for some sort of attack that Ashar was planning.
I'll hand it back to you. After I look through it, I'll hand it back, and I'm like, I don't think this journal's going to help us much.
What were the names?
Baldwin
Baldwin Blix
Blitz.
Baldwin Blick and
and
Who's Blix?
Nelbit Gwendelhop, which for above the table, these are things that tied into the short we did, the mini campaign.
okay. So I guess I would just turn to Saturn and be like, "Hey, do we feel good? Do we got to keep going, or like was that it
That
for
was it.
Shar?"
I've-
Okay.
It feels like it's over.
Do you think that Shar was like on the other side, like in wherever that was?
I don't think she was there per se. I think it's just what she created.
Right, because she's still captured or whatever, right?
Right. I trust Saluna, and if she says that she's still there, I assume that she probably is, so I think maybe if she wasn't, this could have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
All right, shall we head back to town?
Is there anything about this place that seems like it's meant to be a place for an opening for the Shadow Realm?
Well, yeah, you would get from the journal that you found that this was the place that this Baldwin guy communed with Shar. And he was supposed to send, at some point, Shar was supposed to open, like there was this area was on a, like, one of the places where the planes sort of overlap a little and the portals are easier to come about. So he was supposed to deliver this army through a portal that Shar would open at this location. But it never, well, it doesn't say or not whether it happened or not, but you assume it didn't.
Does it mention anything about needing a quarry to open the portal?
No. Doesn't say anything
Okay.
about, because it wasn't going to be his job to open it, so it doesn't say anything about how it was going to be opened.
Gotcha.
So then what was his job?
To get an undead army together.
Oh, okay.
Any chance that the undead thing that we killed was one of those two individuals? Like, I guess I don't know if there's any way that we would know. But
Yeah, you don't know.
we don't know.
So did we come to the conclusion that he opened the portal or someone else did?
You aren't sure. I would say that from the journal and sort of meandering around here and the little bit, well, I would say that there are questions you could ask the people of Daring that might shed some more light on this, based
Yeah.
on what you know.
Alright.
We will have to ask them.
Is the
Okay,
Stonehenge
then I
thing,
know
is that actually there?
Yeah, the stones are there.
Okay.
We feel safe to leave this? Like, are we walking away from a forest fire? Like, we're not putting out?
With your detect magic up, you feel pretty comfortable that this is sealed now.
Nothing here. Except for this cool undead lich dude thing that we killed. Not a lich, but got
Is
him.
it a lich? He's coming back.
He's coming back. Find his phylactery. It's around here somewhere.
His phylactery is you, Harry Potter.
Oh my gosh. How crazy. Plot twist. And we checked up like the Day of the Dead stuff.
Yep.
It was just kind of like memorial. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think let's go report back and claim our spoils. They should reward us because we basically saved their lives and stuff. And I
Okay.
need gold.
All right. Yeah, we won't have to do the entire walk back. It does take you about 3 days, but then you may find like a couple stray undead here or there, but you guys could take care of that easily.
At each dawn, I use Arcane Recovery to get some spell slots back.
Okay.
3 days worth.
Do we get a short rest in there?
Yes.
Cool.
I would have cast Fly back into my ring and then short rested.
Okay.
You got an extra little charge with that healing stick you got?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, is anybody feeling whooped?
Yeah, Martin's
Like-
feeling a little whooped.
I'll heal you. I'll heal you with the Healy stick.
I feel fine.
Big, girthy healing stick. Cast heal on you.
You could also use a motivational speech every day.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah. So, every day Jace just delivers like this super empowering, like lots of in tune with your feelings kind of conversations, just
I don't know
like
if Merton's comfortable with that. Keep our feelings
Just-
out of this.
just a bunch of dudes in the woods, just,
Touching each other with their sticks.
reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Oh man. So that happens every day, and everyone just feels so much better afterwards. Like so much more like
I do love that song.
yeah. Just a lot of vigor. Like a lot of virile like fortitude.
So you guys can have the whatever temp HP it is, and you can have a short rest if you need it. After about 3 days, you do make it back.
19.
Do what?
19 temp.
It
That
is.
goes away every day, doesn't it? So it don't really matter.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
stack.
17.
So on that third day, you come out of the forest, and you hear you do hear the guards on the wall like start to make noise. Sounds like they're just like, "Hey, there's someone coming. I think it's them." That kind of thing. And you
I
guys
cast
arrive back to Darren.
silent image.
When I start coming out of the woods, I'm gonna go.
I cast silent image, and it's like a bunch of the big ghosts again.
Oh God! Do you do these things? The guards start loading up their bows. You see them, like they have at this point they have like braziers on the wall to dip their arrows in. As soon as they start seeing that, all the arrows are flaming and they're knocked. And
I'm gonna
as soon
cast
as-
those, just blast through all of them, and then like power through, and then I'm like, "Ah! I am here again. Save your lives. My name is Jace. Build a statue of me."
Do you make a big entrance?
Yeah. Freak yeah, dude.
Make me a performance check.
I'm so good at this.
Natural
Here's
one.
natural 1. Oh, but you know what's cool? I can do this thing where I cast a spell sorcery point thingy and I go, Bazinga, do it again. And I can do it no more times, but I can add a d4 to it, make it a little bit better. Okay, so that was
15?
whatever plus 3. 15. So it was okay-ish. I can't believe I used my thing for that.
So the 15,
All right.
like you see those flaming arrows get knocked, and you see some of them get loosed, and they fall short of you because like of course they do. But after you like slay everything, some of the guards start applauding and they're like, "Yay!" And then some of them start like laughing, and you can tell some of them saw through it. And then they start clapping anyway. They're like, "Ah, very nice."
I bow. I definitely bow.
You see, like a couple of the guards are like trying to put out the arrows that they had on fire.
Oh, yeah.
But they do. You come around to the front. They let you in the gate, and the Gwenda Vildy does meet you up towards the thing. Is everything okay?
Everything is a-okay.
Needless to say, the undead won't bother you again
Took care of it.
anytime soon. Anyways,
What did you find?
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Like a lot.
You know who Shar is? You probably don't know who Shar is. Don't even worry about it. We took care of it.
somebody opened
But-
up a portal to the undead realm, and we closed it.
But I
Do
do. Do you know who?
No, we don't.
Do you know who Baldwin Blixwiz or Nelbit Gwendelhop? Do either of those names ring a bell to you?
You see immediate recognition on her face. Yeah, you know who Baldwin Blix is? And Nelbit, she points over it. There's a statue in the middle of town with a like a short halfling with a shield in one hand and a sword like pointing out in front of him in the other. I said, that's Nelbit. Baldwin was the person who caused us to have problems in the first time this happened.
Well, who's Nelbit?
He's one of the founders of the town. She points over back at the statue.
And in our journal, like, Nelbit was... Where was he related to this?
You saw in there that Baldwin had turned him at some point and used him against... or had intended to use him against whoever Shara was going up against. He was one of his champions.
Okay.
You said when this happened last time. Does this happen a lot?
Well, this is only the second time, I guess.
Was that skeleton guarding the portal? Was he about halfling size?
No, he was taller than that.
Good guess, though. That was...
She said, yeah, she's, and over the course of a conversation, you figure out that they had dealt with Baldwin and basically everyone that was a problem then. They found the remains and like had them consecrated, and they put in the graveyard that's over there that the undead were avoiding when they came in when you first got here. All that ground is consecrated now. You get everything that was a problem from the last one was taken care of.
Can you consecrate things again? Because you might go to where we were and do the same thing, because that place is...
Well, we didn't do it the first time. It was a group of adventurers, actually. Did it for us. They came in and helped, and then after a while they came back and helped to consecrate everything.
How does one go about doing that?
I think they were holy. I think one of them was a paladin of some sort. Or a cleric, something like that. Maybe both.
Well, good luck finding another.
Well,
Good news
we'll
is we
happen
did
upon-
close the portal that they were like walking through and stuff, so like you should be fine until somebody else comes along and is like, yo, I also want these undead things to come to this town. So,
You might set up a garrison out there. Just to guard the area.
or move. Like, that's... this is bad.
Pick up your town and move it.
I mean, you can do that, or you could just leave. You know, there's good real estate elsewhere.
Well, you say you closed it, right?
It is closed.
All
No
right.
trace of it coming back.
I think we'll be all right then. But the town is indebted to a group of adventurers yet again. If there's anything we can do for you here in town.
He got a statue. Could we get one?
I'm going to
I
bed.
mean,
I'd just be happy for a place.
Martin goes
I'll be
to
happy
bed.
with. I'll just be happy for a place to rest for the night.
Oh, come
sure.
on.
You can have a room for. Take your pick.
Free
Statue.
Nice, yes.
That's a little bit harder to come by. The guy who did that one's been long dead.
Oh, so you're saying we have to die for it to count? Like we would have had to have died?
No, I'm saying you got to find someone who's alive to make it.
Oh, okay.
Well-
So, like... I see.
I guess in the future, just make sure you remind everybody that the Nameless Few exist.
Nameless few.
We get, like, a
I'll remember
plaque
that.
at least? Like, yeah.
You know what? Sure.
Cool. Nice.
Insight check that.
Go ahead.
My insights. Martin's already on his way to
Oh, okay.
to his room. I'm,
got
paying
it.
for him. I'm just gonna put a gold piece on the counter.
Okay.
I think Jason straight up just believe it.
21.
Go, that's good.
21. Yeah, she seems like that's something she will definitely look into. And then anyone who wants to can make an investigation check to see if you can, what you can piece together of the bits of information you have.
I'll do that. Investigation.
Yep.
Jace is really good at this.
I'm not.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh. 20.
You said 19 for Tez?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
20 for Jace. Jace got a 20.
Okay.
I'll take that information and as I'm laying before I go to sleep, I'll think about it. And here's my. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. Ignore that. Investigation.
We all dream about
Probably
it.
the same, right?
22. Yeah, it is the same, but whatever.
It doesn't count unless it says it.
Could have
So,
been worse.
Jason and Mouse sort of start putting these things together. And the thing that you keep coming back to is particularly you, Jace, since you were the one to see this, the body language from the guy that you sort of startled. And knowing that it's nothing that's come from the town, as far as you know. And the fact that he said you're not her, you figure that with Shar not being in the Shadowfell, where she normally resides, it seems that maybe there's a power vacuum and some different people are just striking out on their own.
Or the fell. Okay. Interesting. Who is going to be the Lord of the Shadowfell? I think whoever is still awake. I know Merton's probably in bed, but I'll open his door and I'll just whisper. I'll be like, "Hey, Merton, I think I found something."
Go shut the door!
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but basically like a while the cat's away type of situation.
Whoever's up and drinking mightily with me, I would just be like, what's really crazy about that whole thing is that and I pass out.
You see Gwenda come up and just like clean the table around Jace's head.
I'll be down at the bar having a drink, but I'll be working on my plans for my weapon.
Okay.
Just very deep in thought of the plans, trying to take my mind off of Char.
Okay. Go ahead and make a, we'll call it, you can either do an Arcana or Investigation, I guess is what we'll call it.
Arcana. Natural 20, 24.
Natural 20. You are. You think you're in a good place here. Like, if you just get, especially with the watchmaker's help, and someone who has even like a rudimentary understanding of enchanting, you feel like you're in a solid place here. This can be completed.
Perfect. I will start looking into. I'll go talk to Mouse.
Okay.
Mouse. I think I got
Yes?
something here. I was looking over my plans again, and I think I've found the pieces that we need to do. I just need. Do you think you'd be able to enchant this at least a little bit?
Would I know if I could do that? Like,
With him having rolled a nat 20, and you've rolled a few times well on this project, with him rolling the nat 20, basically he is showing you the bits that you might not have known because it's a Eldritch Blast, which isn't which is not a wizard spell, but he has figured out sort of the differences And yeah, if you have the parts, you think you can do it with enough, a few days maybe.
Would I need to do it like here, or would I need to be back in like the laboratory?
The workshop would be obviously the
Workshop.
better place.
Okay. So yeah, I would just we need to go back to the workshop in the tower and we can definitely do this. But we need the
Perfect.
tools in the workshop.
We need to get the pieces done too. So we need to go to what town was it where that guy is?
He is in
Bakria, right?
no, the closest city to where you're from. I'm mind blanking.
Brable?
No, the
Bloomshire?
Bloomshire. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
We need
Bloomshire.
to make a trip to Bloomshire soon.
Bloomshire. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So Bloomshire, you guys are in Daring. It's a little ways away, but you can get there.
Doesn't have to be now, but soon, if we can. I'm just gonna start pounding some drink.
All right. If there's anything else you guys want to do while you're here, you can do so. If you want to stay an extra night so you can get a long rest, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
During
the
one of
sec-
those. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go first.
I was gonna say during one of those nights, I'm going to scribe the legend lore spell into my spellbook.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah, you can do that
From
without a problem.
Ivia's spellbook. It's
Yep.
slowly getting the spells that I can learn from it. I have the list here, but
All right.
Jeez.
Over the next day, there are lots of people coming into the inn to celebrate with you guys. So it's if you want to participate in it, there's plenty of celebrations going on.
Yeah, Jace would spend like the next day just cavorting with the populace and he'd wander around town and see if anybody needed anything, just kind of checking in on things hey, are the walls looking good? I know that we kind of fought and stuff, and there were more zombies that probably got through or whatever, so if I could
Yeah, I'll
fix
go around
anything, I would.
mending stuff as well.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough done. And you find out from them that since I think you guys never let more than I don't think you ever let 2 or more waves in a row go. So you get from the guards that it was pretty easy. There were a few waves that came, but they were interspaced pretty widely, so they were taken care of pretty easily.
I would want to go through town and just mend all of these tables that have a knife in them. Because there's a lot. You guys heard of it a knife rack on the wall?
You get a guy that comes it's one of them's a butcher's table, and he's like, "What are you doing?" It took me a long time to get that hole right where I wanted it.
I'm sorry. Here, I'll try to put it back, and I put the knife back in, but I'm not strong enough to put it in, so it clangs and falls and probably gets dented.
Just go fight undead or whatever. Get out of here.
Hell yeah! And I rev up 2 Eldritch Blasts and I shoot him straight into the sky. Pew pew!
He's like, whatever, and he goes back to his business.
Finger guns right at him, but not like Eldritch Blast finger guns. Cool.
All right, you guys get a long rest.
Yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
it's the first one in a long time. Actually.
It was a long journey, for sure. All right, what's next for the Nameless few?
think
Well, we could go. What? Do we have any leads on where my mom's quarry might have been?
The only clue you got was the the paper that had the Shalandro on it.
Gotcha.
like I feel like a lot of things are pointing back to that place. The other thing, and I like would want to like. So, what was his name? Grayville. The
Graven, the head of
Graven?
the
Graven.
Gilded Shadow?
Yes. Yeah. Flippin'. Gosh, all of my names I'm lost on. I'm like frantically through my list. Graven was contracted to go find some very specific things for what was his name?
He called him Draga. You guys knew him originally, or you knew the body
The
of
statue guy.
Yeah, of Reginald Bowley.
Reginald Bowley. That's it. I was gonna say Wendell Fulton, but that's like the
Reginald
super lame.
Bowley.
Freaking Reginald Bowley. Guys, I have something a little disconcerting thinking about the other day. So, one, I kind of share the revelation that I construed the night before. Like, there's potentially like a power vacuum for the Shadowfell now that Shar isn't there anymore to rule over it. And I think that's why that guy was kind of like, oh shoot, you know, he was in the middle of potentially taking over it or something. And Isaac, did I get a feel that like the undead that were coming, like waving out, like he was summoning them from there to here and not necessarily like I'm gonna go in and take it over.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that he was like, and from the body language when you guys met him, he was like partying, essentially. He was like, hey, let's go through this portal over here and do some cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Go do cocaine and hookers in this place. Reginald Bowley had asked Graven for Heart of a Modron?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
We know someone else that also wanted a Heart of a Modron.
Yes. And I think you talked to him briefly about it, if I'm remembering right.
Talk to Graven about it?
Talked to
Or talk
Traylor.
to old Traylor, like, hey, by the way, Reginald's also looking for Heart of a Modron?
I think you just asked him.
What's it for?
Yeah, you asked him what it was for.
Did he give us a straight answer? I don't remember that.
I think he told you it was for. It was something for having to do with his time research, I believe is what he told you.
And he was working with that, like, expert on time stuff, right? The clockmaker?
Yeah, the watchmaker.
I just don't...
We should go to that realm and try to get one? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just think that, like, it's weird to me that the interests of this Reginald Bowley guy and Traylor are potentially lining up. And we keep running into, like, this portal nonsense and Shalandro, whatever that means. Shalandro was like a name, right?
Yes. It was a proper name of some kind.
Did we ask Saluna if she knew what that meant?
I don't remember if you did.
I don't know that we did, but if we didn't, I would definitely use a cast of sending to see if she knows it.
Did you? Can't remember.
I guess all I'm saying, guys. Say what?
I can't remember. You may have done. You may have mentioned it to her. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if you did or not. I think,
Well,
well,
let's-
I'll say that if you did, she essentially had no information for you.
I just Traylor has been super helpful, but this makes me super nervous that these two guys are like maybe in league or like want the same thing coincidentally. I don't know.
I say if we were to come across one, we don't give it up
Yeah, I think
easily.
that's for sure.
If we are going to be gearing up for a fight, maybe it would be a good time to get my plans worked on. Be a nice boost.
Well, and also like I am super down to go look for your mom too. Like I literally know what that's like, and you guys helped me tremendously with that. So I get that.
Just don't have a ton to go off of right now. I think maybe I need to start with my dad. Maybe he has a little bit of answers.
Yeah, we can go ask him. He's still in Wait, did he go to the Feywild?
No,
Depends on which dad you mean.
my
Oh, your biological.
actual, yeah, my
Not
biological.
Tempest.
Not Tim.
I'm just like referring back to our.
Where was he? Where'd that girl say he was?
Last she knew, he was headed to High Bluff.
High Bluff. Anyone know where it is?
That's a fairly, not a huge city, but it's a fairly large town. You guys would know, you guys would have heard of it, and I will show you on the map.
On the map.
Okay, so right now you guys are in Daring, which is over in this area, and your parents were from South Lindling, which is here, and you were told that your dad went to High Bluff, which is over here.
And Bloomshire is up here, right?
Bloomshire is this
This
area.
one?
Yep.
Cool.
We could stop by both, I guess. If
Yeah,
it
you
wouldn't
can
be
get
a
your,
problem.
you can make your cool thing of whatever it is.
Yeah, we can go make the thing and then go talk to my dad.
Or if it makes more sense, we could do. Cause we're where? We're like over here now.
You guys are sort of in this, right in this area.
Does it make more sense to like loop through like this? Or I guess there's kind of main roads. We could probably go up over, catch the boat, and do that, and then come down.
I think that
Why
might
not
be the
just walk
plan.
straight there?
Boat probably be
I
faster,
like
right?
the boat idea. A little quicker.
Let's see if you follow the road.
More so than like.
So it'd be
Like
about
this would be
10
main
days that
road.
way.
Bing, bing, bing.
So it would be roughly 10 days from where you are, roughly 10 days to either here or here.
Okay, like even splits.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do first?
I'd like to get started on this weapon.
Sure.
I would like to be fully prepared going into whatever we might be fighting. So,
So you want me to teleport us back to the tower?
would that be the quickest way to get over there?
Because we have to.
Back to the tower.
Would it get us to Bloomshire? Oh, you know what it would do though? Like, can we get from the tower to, like, Takria or Brable? Or is that
Mouse
still
can.
broken?
Yeah,
Whether or not he wants to try to pull everyone through into the back of it is up to him.
I'd explain that I know I can get into the Aegis, and Jace, you know that they have their own teleportation circle back there. It's
Right.
not a public one. I can get into that, but I'm not sure how, with all the security measures, how they would look on me bringing in an entire party through that way,
Yeah.
because they have the public ones closed.
Right.
And
Forgot
then
about that.
it's about a week to walk from Bloomshire to High Bluff, either way.
Would I
You guys
know if I
thinking-
could get maybe permission to bring some people through
You can certainly
from
ask.
the Aegis? So if we teleport back to the tower, the closest place I can take us back to is Ivia's mansion, without permission from the Aegis.
Which
Otherwise-
you wouldn't have to. You could do that from here. You wouldn't have to go back to the tower for that.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have the workshop that I need to make his weapon at.
That is
Yeah,
Yeah, but we have to
correct.
get the pieces before we can make
Oh,
the
the
weapon.
pieces, right. So I can get us to Ivia's mansion. We're back to. That's about the best we can do.
Whatever gets
Far
us
was
to
the music?
Bloomshire the quickest.
How far was the mansion from, like, one of the main port cities?
Let's see. It's about 5 days. If you 5 days at the shortest, but it's over wilderness to Takria.
Because I was thinking, like, if we can get to major port city, then we could just take the Logic liners, and those take like a day between each city.
Yep.
So we're either hoofing it by foot here, and it's going to take us 10 days to get to there, or we could do 5 days from the mansion to get to Takria, and then what would it be? Takria, Brable, and then Bloomshire?
Yes. Also, High Bluff. High Bluff is not. Doesn't have any liners that go to it. You figure
Right.
you might be able to get something that goes to Bloomshire from there, maybe.
Oh.
Because
Or
it
vice
is,
versa.
it is on the coast, but it
Okay.
would not be a liner.
Okay. I still think if that's the case, then you want to go to Bloomshire first. We'd probably go back to the mansion, get to Takria, and then it would be two days to, like, that would be an 8-day journey. No, 7-day journey.
Yeah, let's
Right.
go for the quickest way.
Even if it is overland,
So yeah,
wilderness
the-
travel.
from Daring to either Tambor or High Bluff is 10 days a walk, or you can go to the thing and it would be 5 days plus a boat and another boat, so 7 to get to Bloomshire from there. So yeah, and then depending on what you can find to go to High Bluff.
Plus, when we stop in Takria, we could check in on our shipping business. See how our investment is doing.
We earn money through that, don't we?
Well, we do. You,
Oh, I see.
with another few years.
Yeah, then the internship will be over and you can find a new job that pays.
Exactly. I'm not.
You can put
I
this on
hear.
your resume. It's exposure.
Yeah. Yes, it's exposure.
So where am I taking us to? Or are we just walking from here?
I think the mansion, and then we'll walk to Takria and take the boat.
All right.
One last thing. There were 2 other things in case we want to check it out, like just to kind of run through the quest log. Pattern. If you're ever interested in hunting down those GD bastards that captured Vonik, bring them to justice. We've got your slave trader list, and then lastly, there's that Otherton, like mystical city that we've never looked for. It is near Bloomshire, so we'll be around there, so we could check it out maybe. But that's if we're just kind of wanting something to do.
I think that was Vonnick's big thing. I think whenever he decides to come back, we can tackle that then. But
Sure.
figure
Cool.
that's up to him if he wants to do that.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Okay. Well, to Bloomshire via the other side of the continent. Boats are faster than feet, so
To make a teleportation circle back to Ivia's mansion.
Okay. Oddly enough, whenever you guys get back to Daring, it is now April, so spring has sprung.
nice. Yeah, what's the
I'm
weather?
just gonna
dude?
start pulling major pranks on everybody on April 1st.
Yeah, for real.
Like over the top, way too far. At the end, I'm going April Fools, and they're like, "I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, "You
My
can't
hand
do
is stuck to my balls. It's not funny.
That glue never wears off. Everlasting. So find the wish spell. Good luck.
Oh man.
Okay, so you guys are going to Ivia's mansion?
Yes.
Okay. You arrive there, and Graven and crew are there. If there's any interactions you want to have with them. Otherwise, they just say,
think
"Hey, how's it going?"
What's up, dude? My cat.
I won't pet him.
It's like a
Oh,
fake cat. Right?
all the crazy rainbow animals are still out in front.
That's nice.
You see one of Graven's crew out there, like petting one of them, and when you guys appear, he's like, "I wasn't petting anything."
When I walk past him, I'm like, "I saw that," and I'm telling everyone.
Oh, come on.
Nothing I can do. Hands are tied. Just keep on walking.
Is that like one hot chick that I almost did it with? There.
Yeah.
I just like make it as like awkward as I'll get out. I'm like, oh, hey, just here for some snacks before we head out. Still here, I guess, huh?
She just looks at you and you came over here to tell me that?
Well, it's my house, and I figured you'd be gone. But no, it's cool. You stay as long as you need, or whatever. Like we're going. So we're leaving, not you. Weird, but
She just stares
Alright.
at you and, are you done?
yeah, I'm done. There's someone else anyway. So see you later. You missed out. You had your chance, but hey. All right. Graven. Graven.
She just takes a drink from the drink she had at the table as you walk away.
Graven. I go look for Graven.
You find him in his usual spot with his back in the corner, so that he can survey everything in the room.
How close is he to her?
Other side of the room.
Graven. What's her name? And I make like a big show of pointing at her.
He says, "Why do you want to know?"
Honestly, we almost hooked up, but didn't, and it was really weird. So just pure curiosity.
Give me
Did
an
you set
insight
that up?
check.
You set that up, didn't you? You dog. 19.
He when you say you set that up, didn't you? He just sort of stares at you, but you can tell he certainly had something to do with it.
Listen, man, all you gotta do is ask. That's cool, you know? But anyway, we're headed out. Any news on any of the stuff that you were looking into?
He says, let's see, how long has it been? It's been a while, actually. He goes over with you that it seems that things at the Aegis, security-wise, are starting to die down a bit. But they're still politically charged, I guess I should say. It
Does
seems
anybody,
that they have decided to pin the assassination of... hold on, I gotta find his name. The assassination of Ving Astanak and the others, and the disappearance of one Atron Ghoul and friends on the Aftermath.
Okay, cool. That's absolutely what happened.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I mean, the assassination, yes, definitely that. You know what really took out AG, or who I should say.
Was it heart disease, Jace?
It was heart disease. Okay.
Well, anyway, it seems that that crime has been pinned to another group of people. So,
Does that mean you guys are gonna head back soon, or like, do you want to keep using this as a, really far away front of operations?
we'll probably stay here a bit longer. From what I can tell, my old establishment was raided, so I'm going to have to set something new up.
That's cool. I'm fine with it, honestly. You guys are welcome to stay in my house for as long as you want. So,
Perhaps now's the time for us to look for some new opportunities. I've got some feelers out. We'll see if anything comes of it, but I have a few avenues I'm pursuing.
well,
Don't worry,
we've got our
we'll be
hands.
out of your hair before too long.
I mean, honestly, I really like you guys. Like, can't thank you enough for what you've done. So it's really not a big deal, honestly. If you need anything, just let us know. We got our irons in the fire, but we're game for like a side thing, especially if you got anything going on in Bloomshire. That's where we're headed next. So, and then after that, High Cliff or whatever it's called.
No, I don't think we've got anything there. If you,
High
I'm
Bluff.
kind of on the lookout for. We've been with Draga and gotten some other sporadic requests, nothing recent, but trying to see
From
if
him?
there's no.
Okay.
If there's any way that we can get access to a little bit easier way to go between planes. We've gotten requests for things like that, and they are higher profit margins. So,
Can I ask from who?
oh, no one you'd know, just random things. And Draga was the first one we've had in quite some time. But if we could specialize in it, we could make a bit more money. And we like it here at the mansion, but to be honest, it's getting a bit boring. There's nothing to do here.
Well, we're like so far away, right? Like 5 days? This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, I would like to go to more than one tavern, you know? Sheesh. All I have here is a Subway. It's like not even a real thing.
You see Wesley in the corner just go, oh.
Wesley, not you, dude. Like, you're awesome and I love you, okay? It's just like sometimes it's nice to try new things. Okay? Maybe update your menu. Go seasonal. You know what I mean? Like farm to table.
Table. But anyway, yeah, he conveys that to you. Just they're looking up for some different opportunities, and hopefully find something
Last thing
soon.
I would ask him is like, is there an individual named Traylor that's asking for these planar things?
He looks over at his bookkeeper. He says, I don't think that sounds familiar. He looks over at her and she looks through the thing. No, I don't believe I know this person.
Well, anybody wants a heart box of Amadrin, don't leave that one be, I think.
That one was not profitable for us.
Yeah. Could mean the end of the world, so.
What do you mean?
I don't even know. But Draga was looking for it, and there's like this weird stuff going on, other planes, particularly the Shadowfell, like it's not good. So
Okay.
if we find out more, I'll let you know.
All right.
The Bloomshire.
Okay.
Fire.
All right. So there's another. So Bloomshire from there, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 days to Takria. If there's anything you want to do in Takria, you can.
We'll collect on our business assets.
Are you going to check in with that?
I'd probably check in with the Aegis to see what kind of if they're, check on the portal, public portals if they're going to get those open back up.
Yeah, you're going to check with them, and they do have those front portals open again. But there are still more security personnel around. So it's safe to use them again, but there's a little bit more scrutiny on who comes through.
As often as we use them, they'll get used to us real quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's good information.
Okay, and then are you going to check on your shipping business?
How long has it been? If it's been a minute, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been quite a while though, maybe a month or
Yeah.
two. So you go and check on it. They give you Val Vasquez, that's his name, Juan Vasquez.
Juan Wilton.
He takes offense to that.
I'm just about to dude. Screw your dad. Let's go.
He says business has been actually going quite well, and the Goliaths are about ready to start taking over on their own ship. He says he's got enough gold now, or he will have enough gold soon, to get a second ship. If you don't want your cut right now.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys think, but if that's the case, then keep the money and invest in the business.
All right.
Mouse doesn't seem like a...
No, not bothered with it.
And you get over the conversation that he is trying to get that second ship up and running because the people that he brought in are... They're still fine, but they are growing weary of... especially the captain is growing weary of not having the captain's quarters on his own boat.
Why doesn't he have it?
Because that's... Vonnick's friend has it, because you guys promised it to him first. So the deal was made that he can come. He's the captain, but the room belongs to Vovek.
Oh, so messed up. Oh yeah. How much more gold do you need then? To make that happen, dude?
He says he's only like about 500 away.
Oh, jeez.
I'll throw in 250.
I'll match that.
Okay. It's like, oh, this is great. I'll be able to get second ship going now.
Nope. That's good. Tell the captain I'm sorry. I was not in my right state of mind. Well, frankly, it's Bonnick's fault. You know, Goliaths, they're big. I'm afraid of my, like, father-in-law over there. Let alone of Goliath.
All right, so he takes your gold and he will invest it into a second ship, so we can get his captain his own ship, and Vovek will take over on the We Are the Fishermen.
We get to name the other ship, though.
He's like, actually, that's not true.
What?
There was a stipulation
Okay.
in the contract
You don't like the...
that I name subsequent ships.
What's the plan for your new name?
But
for your new
because
ship
we
name?
invested into this one, can we have this name?
Yes. 500 gold straight up is a lot of money, dude.
He's like, it's
There
not. It's
goes
like a
the fisherman.
fraction of the total price. He says, I will take your recommendation. What?
There we go. See, we are the creative trust over here.
That's a terrible name.
No, not I just meant, what were you going to come up with? Something like Starfish or something lame?
I was thinking
Starfish
of
was my
Vasquez.
mom's name.
My mom's name. Sorry, Martin.
I'm Patrick. He says, I was going to name it the Vasquez.
Okay. It's,
Sorry.
yeah, it's not even a real name. Like, come on. No, I do get it, Saturn. This is his business. It's first business. He wants to put his name on it. I understand.
It works.
Yeah, I don't care at this point.
Okay.
I don't understand it. We haven't done any fishing.
Has this thing got internet on it?
How do I connect to it?
Has this got the Wi-Fi? All right.
Legendary.
So he will begin getting a second ship set up. Is there anything else you wanted to do in Takria? Or Brable? Either or.
I think so.
Okay. Let me advance the calendar 2 more days. Okay, so you go through Brable and over to Bloomshire.
A Bloomshire.
What would you like to do in Bloomshire?
I'm gonna go find my clockmaker.
Okay, yeah, he gave you an address, and you can find it pretty easily. It is a small watchmaking shop. You walk in, and he sees you in the door. Oh, hi! And you see that the same
Hello.
guy with the sort of somewhat frizzy hair, which is a bit odd for an elf. And he looks up, and he's got the glasses that you had previously seen sort of tucked in his vest. And it's got like these, on one side of it, it's got multiple lenses for magnification. He, as you walk in, he lifts them up and says, "Oh, hi, it's you."
So help me if he says
How are
we need
you?
a heart of a Modron.
Things are going pretty good here.
Sorry to get straight to the point, but I
Sure,
think
sure.
I finished my plans a little bit.
Oh,
Wanna
let's
take a
see him.
look?
And he clears off part of the table so you can spread out whatever it is you're looking at.
I'll pull them out. I think I was thinking this would accent this piece, and if we enchanted this, I think it would. And I'll just start going over everything.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, I mean, I don't really have a head for the enchanting stuff, but for the gear, the clockwork, yes. And he's like going over it. He says, okay, yeah, I can have this made in a day or two. You going to be around?
Yes, we'll be here.
Okay, great.
What all do I need to get you?
I mean, 5 silver should pay for the materials.
How about this? I'm gonna lay down. Here's 50 gold. Go all out. Make it look incredible. Get the best materials you can.
You see him like sort of his his face sort of light up a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, it may take an extra day or two.
That's fine. Take all the time you need. This must be perfect.
Oh, sure. And you can see the stuff that he had out on the table, it looked, well, make me a perception check.
Yeah, can I this is the guy that was working with Traylor, right?
Yes.
Ooh, 7.
7. Looked complicated.
I like casually snoop on his place. Just like if I could see anything related to any plans or anything that was like what he may have been working on with him.
Give me a stealth and a perception or investigation, your choice. But stealth and either perception or investigation.
Well, Steph, I will roll this one as is. And I will tack on a little bit of my amulet goodness onto that.
Okay.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one. So 21.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do this next one, Tides of Chaos, for, you said perception?
Or investigation, your choice.
So this is,
So investigation would be if you're like touching things, essentially. Perception would be just like you walking around, just looking carefully at everything that is open.
yeah, like I am very specifically looking for trailer-related studies or projects.
Okay.
So, if that falls under investigation, it's a +2, so 20.
Okay, dirty 20.
But if it's, yeah, dirty 20 or +7 for perception, whichever one you feel like is better suited for.
Yeah,
that.
for trailer-related stuff, it's not going to be out in the open, so that's going to have to be investigation.
Yeah.
But with, I mean, stealthily enough, with Saturn talking to him, you can sort of walk around and snoop a bit. And with a dirty 20, you basically find. You see, so you walk in, you see what he had on the table, which appeared to be some sort of like clockwork. It looked like a clockwork, like humanoid being or something to that effect. You can't tell exactly what it's going to be as he moved it aside fairly quickly, but you notice that it's something. You don't know exactly what it is. And as you like move past him and sort of look around, you don't see much in there that's going to have to do with Traylor, but you do catch like one of the journals that he had with him when he was with Traylor. You notice the cover of it, and you open it up a little bit and go through there, and it looks like the bit that you can see in this journal that you remember from seeing him with Traylor is that they are potentially working on not just the measurement of time, but the the like fabric of time and how to potentially alter it. It doesn't look like whatever they're working on, like specifically, is close to finished yet. It is still seems very theoretical, but that's what they're working on.
Do we get the sense that if I had more time, I could discern more?
I would say you get the sense that if you had years, you might be able to glean more from this, but it's very technical.
Oh, okay. So this, like, I am not going to understand it because I don't know enough about this study.
Yeah, that's what you can glean from that notebook with the amount of knowledge you have.
Okay. And it's very clockwork-ish? Or is it like...
You do notice that there are some arcane notations, but it doesn't seem like... Because these are notes taken by Orist himself. It doesn't seem like he fully understands the arcane side of it. It's just, Traylord told me that this would do something here, and then I have to build this to go around it.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, either in the shop or in Bloomshire at all?
I think I would try to secure us passage to High Bluff.
Okay. You being from here, or from near here, easier for you to find a place here that goes to High Bluff than it may have been the other way around. So you do easily enough find a boat that will be willing to take you in the morning for 50 gold for all of you.
Well, it's going to be a couple days, right?
You can come back to this. It's only like a day's, it's a full day, but a day's journey to get to High Bluff from here via boat.
Yeah, I think unless there's anything else, like, we're just waiting until this is ready and then we'll go, right?
Right.
Sounds like it.
Okay. All right.
We visit all of Jace's favorite places during this time.
Where do you take them?
That's where I went to high school, and that's where I went to... And just, like, local taverns that I would have, like, haunted, you know?
Okay.
Just good times.
You like to drink a lot, don't you, Jace?
So much. Not really. Just for fun. I mean, like, just casually. Not that much. Like, we were on the water a lot, and there's not a lot to do. So we play cards, do these readings, gamble. That's it.
Lots of drinking.
Lots of drinking.
You want to go have a drink now?
Sure.
Go have a drink with Jace.
All right.
I'll just keep buying this around until we're just like gone.
So you're sloshed.
Wash it. Absolutely.
Well, Jace, let's see which one of us. That's the. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, let's...
Roll me a d20.
Him or I?
Saturn.
Natural 20.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
You do not get taken advantage of. Lucky you.
Nice. Lots of people get sloshed and don't get taken advantage of.
Yep, and lots of people who dress very nicely and get sloshed do get taken advantage of.
That's fair. I feel like Martin would look out for us. You know, designated.
Martin's in bed.
Man, I've been rolling some natural 20s at the right time
Yeah,
today.
boy. Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Okay. Well, we are coming up on 8, so we will call it there. Unless there's anything short else you want to do in Bloomshire.
Nope,
Mhm.
nothing for me.
All right, so we'll call it there. Next time, which will be in quite a while, right? Yeah, we'll be back. I think next week we may do the chat, the fireside chat thing. So anyone watching, anyone who has the questions that they want to ask the characters, put those in YouTube comments and stuff so I can find them. And I think we may do that next week because Michael and David are going to be gone for a few weeks starting next week. So we'll figure out what we're doing. But until next time, thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. And we'll see you then. Bye.
Alright.
Bye.
Yeah.